2 to the 5th over 2 to the 7th, same base. So we're going to subtract the exponents. Now, are there more in the numerator or denominator? Or in the denominator. So that's where they'll end up. Now, if you did 7 minus 5, you get 2. So we have 2 to the 2nd power. But we're so cool. We know what 2 squared is. 2 times 2 is 4. So 1 over 4. All right. 2 to the 7th over 2 to the 5th. Very similar. There's more 2's up top. So if you did 7 minus 5, you'd have 2 to the 2nd. The denominator would be 1, but we don't need to write that. So then we'll just simplify 2 squared as 4. C to the 12th over C to the 15th. Are there more in the numerator or denominator? Denominator. So if we subtracted 15 minus 12, 15 minus 12 is 3. All right. On number 8, you can do it as it is. Might be easier if we just readjust it. So m to the negative 2nd would go to the denominator. M to the negative 5th would go to the numerator. Now there's more m's in the numerator. 5 minus 2 would be 3. Now, if you also knew that negative 2 was larger than negative 5, then you would know they end up in the numerator. And you could do negative 2 minus negative 5, which is really negative 2 plus 5. It could get a little sticky, but we'll be all right. All right, now on number 9, you have these numbers out in front. This is why we practiced in the beginning. If you had 3 over 6, you would reduce that fraction to 1/2. So you simplify the regular numbers just normally. Now, as far as the s's, let's readjust. So s to the negative 9 would go to the denominator with the 2. S to the negative 11th would go to the numerator with the 1, but you don't write the 1. So we have 1s to the 11th over 2s to the 9th. There's more s's in the numerator. 11 minus 9 is 2, so we'll have 2 s's up there. We just have the leftover 2 down there. So that would be our final answer. Number 10, x to the 13th over x to the 13th. It's the same thing. Ooh, cancel it out, right? 13 minus 13 is 0. Anything to the 0 power is just equal to 1. So now we just have y squared over y to the first. So if we did 2 minus 1, you get y to the first in the numerator, which is just y. Okay, let's make our adjustments. So we can move the d to the negative 3rd to the denominator. The c squared can stay. C to the 3rd can stay. D to the negative 3rd moves to the denominator. D to the negative 1st goes to the numerator. And now let's see where there are more. There's c to the 3rd in the denominator. 3 minus 2 would be 1. So c to the 1st in the denominator. There's more d's in the denominator. And 3 minus 1 would be 2. So d squared. Got to put a place filler up top. All right. 3 squared over 3 to the 5th. There's more 3's in the denominator. So if we subtracted that, it would be 3 to the 3rd in the denominator. I'm going to move myself to the other side here. Let's see. M's, we have 3 up top, 7 down in the denominator. So there's more in the denominator. 7 minus 3 is 4. And then the t, 6 is greater than negative 5. So they'll end up in the numerator. But we're doing 6 minus negative 5, which is really 6 plus 5. So there's going to be t to the 11th in the numerator. Denominator, we have 3 to the 3rd. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 3 is 27. M to the 4th. You guys are slaying it. Well done. Let's do these scientific notation ones, then we'll get out of here. So if we divide our regular numbers